Well, hey guys, I'm back in the camper. I feel wonderful. I got a shower. Love my shower in my camper. It is the best thing ever, okay? If you get a camper, make sure it's got a shower in and a bathroom. It's awesome. So what I found today was that the trout were biting and I was catching them on green hacklebacks and blue hacklebacks. So I came back to the camper and I brought my stuff with me to tie some flies. And this is a really cool little setup. So what I put together is my own little fly tying kit to take on my trips with me. That way, if I have some free time, which I probably have a lot of free time after fishing all day, is I can sit here and tie some flies. I know what they're hitting on and I'll make some. It's kind of cool. I keep this kit up here in this cabinet right up here. Works great. Everything stores away. I've got a magnifying light right here so I can see close up what I'm doing. And I've got this other light, okay? This little box right here that I keep everything in, I got this off of Amazon and it holds everything to have my little kit in. So this is a kit that I bought when I first got started tying flies, and I tried to do this last year in the fall and over the winter, and I made a few things. But this is the very first vise I bought. It was $60. It's a Colorado one. It came with everything. You got your vise, you got your little tools, your instruments that you need to make these insects, these bugs. It's not the best one, but it's great for camping. I'm going to leave this whole setup, this whole kit up in my cabinet, and I can use it whenever I travel. It will be very handy. Yeah, the one that I have right now for my house, I invested in a Renzetti 4000, I think. And I've tied a few flies on that before I left to come camping, and it's really awesome. It's got a rotary function on it. It holds the hook very nicely. But for traveling, this little kit that I have, when I come back and I have free time, I can tie a few insects, few flies, and use that. Just something fun to do when I'm camping and I have free time. If it's raining outside, I can come in here and make some flies. Keep productive. I gotta keep productive is what I need to do. This is the fly box that all the tools came in. It's a Colorado box. What I did was take the box and I engraved on it. I took it on my engraver and I put my name on it, a little fly, and a little saying that I go by. And into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. So what I found was that they were biting today on the green hacklebacks and the blue hacklebacks. I'm going to make a few of those, and then I'm going to use them tomorrow and see if I catch any fish. Let me show you some of the things that I brought in my kit. I just brought a few things. I have a bunch more in the house, but these are the ones that So I've got feathers. I've got all kinds of little miscellaneous colored shiny things. I've got some beads to make some bead heads if I want to do that. I've got sparkly thread. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, I may use some of that too. I've got pink. And then I have some thread in here, just regular colored thread, fly tying thread. That'll be fun. I got some hooks in here, size 12 and 14s. That's what I usually like to fish on. And some heads, weighted heads, I guess, tungsten, something like that. I'm pretty new to this, so if I get the words wrong, too bad. All right, what else do I got? Look at this. I got some fancy feathers. That'll work really good. And I got my scissors in here. I have more glue in here. What else? Look at this. I got some pink stuff. I got some gummy Chanel. Okay, pink. Okay, it's not really gummy. It's just pink. I guess it looks like bubble gum. So, and I got more shiny green stuff I put in here. Oh, and when you make the head, sometimes you want to use a little drop of glue to keep it together. I got my glue, and I got my UV light. This little light is amazing. It dries the glue super quick, like 30 seconds on, the drop of this. All right. And one other thing that I have a book. It shows all kinds of flies. I found this on eBay pretty cheaply. So I'll probably look at that, copy a few maybe tonight, and make some more flies, some different things. Who knows what they're going to be on tomorrow. These are some flies that I made before I came. I'll probably use a few of these. I'll try these out too tomorrow. This is my magnifying mirror. That way I can see what I'm doing, and it makes it close up where I can see that tiny little hook and all that thread and how to wind it around there. This is fun. The way I learned to do some of these was just off of YouTube. Some YouTube videos just like you're watching now. I'm not the best at it, but I try. I try a lot of different stuff. I'm going to take a size 14 hook. I have them marked, as you can see. 14's there and 12's there. That way when I pop this open, this is from White River, this little case. All right. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my hook, and believe me, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Okay. take my hook and put it in the vise with the eye pointing that way. So you're going to take this little tool right here and you're going to put it down the hole here, because it should go pretty quickly. Boom, there it goes. And this is your threader. You're going to put it right through there and it will come out the other side as a big hole. You're going to take your thread and you're going to put it through the big hole on here. I love this. Put it through that big hole, bring it out a little bit, and then pull this out, and that will bring your thread through that little hole, just like that. All right. So I'm just going to take it and go around a few times. Make sure it hangs on. There we go. And all right. Then I'm going to cut it with my scissors, if I can find my scissors. Just like that. And you just go around and around the hook and make a nice little even layer on there. And you come back. I come about right there. Hook that on there, just like that. I have got these little hackleback things, okay? I've got them in green, orange, and brown, and kind of a gray color. Okay, so I've got my green one. I'm going to take off some feathers down at the end, down here, and it leaves me with just like a little skeleton of the feather. I'm going to tie that on with this, just like this. Okay, I'm just going to take it and wind it around, and it turns out with these little fuzzy green things hanging off of it. That looks very insect-like, okay? Just like that. And then when I get it looking enough buggy, okay, because it looks really buggy, I'm taking this little clip thing, this little pliers thing, and hanging it on there. Move it down just a little bit. And that way I can take my hands off of that. That way I can take my hands off, and now I'm going to secure that on very carefully. Okay, and I'm going to come right up to the head. Okay, so that's on. So now I'm going to clip that off. There we go. And now I'm going to secure it onto here, and I'm going to wrap it like it's got a bug head on there. Kind of got to hold those things back. Do a little wrap. Okay. And those little extra ones right there, I'm just going to clip off. If that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clip those off a little bit. Okay, now I got to tie the knot. Okay. Some people use an instrument for this. I don't. Okay, and I just tie a few knots right there on the end. I usually do 3 or 4. I try not to use any glue. I don't want to get glue in the eyes. Some of the store-bought ones that I bought have glue in the eyes. I try to avoid doing that. Okay. Now, if I want to get some of those little feathery things out of there that are stuck from that head being tied on, all I got to do is go in and flip them out with this little tool thing. There. Okay, I think I got pretty much out. All right. So now I'm going to take my little scissors again. I'm going to cut those little heads off around there so that I can see. There we go. I just want to get them off where I can see the head. All right, and if I wanted to put a little piece of glue on there, I could. So, and that's all there is to tying this little fly, okay? Hope you can see that, okay? It's just a green bug. I'll take a picture of it and try to put it on there. Okay. One thing I want to turn you guys on to is this, because somebody turned me on to this down there at the Roaring Rivers. These are called Oros. Okay. I like to use an indicator on my line so I can see if a fish has got it or not. I've been using the kind you take the little peg and put in. I lose those, they stretch out. And the other kind you got to thread through. But what this guy showed me was these. These are called Oros indicators. They are absolutely the best thing. It's a little white thing that looks like a ball, but it unscrews. So you unscrew this, put your line right in there, and screw it back together really tight so you don't lose it. But the thing is, when you want to move it up or down, if you want to fish deeper or shallow water, you just unscrew it a little bit, move it on your line, tighten it back down really good, and you've got your indicator. They come in all different colors. There's multiple colors, but I kind of like this white. He had white, and he was fishing and catching a lot, so I think white is the best for me. Or pink. I may have to get some pink ones. I did see some pink ones. I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to make a few more flies, and then I'm going to go out and we're going to cook dinner.